Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make castle to Ralphie. Yes, that's right, it is a castle for my hedgehog. And I'm going to be showing you how you can make your very own castle for your hedgehog or your hamster or your guinea pig or any small animal that you might have. It will be made out of cardboard, so bear that in mind. I don't think I have introduced Ralphie, but he is my hedgehog. He is about 10 months old. He's a boy and I picked him up from a breeder, and he is just an absolute bundle of joy when he wants to be. Other times he is grumpy because he loves to sleep, but as you can see he's very cute. But he is called Ralphie, and I built him a castle because he loves to explore at night time, but he also likes to be hidden, so I thought a castle would be perfect for him, and also to keep him safe from all the goblins out there. So yeah, stick around to watch how I make Castle de Ralphie.
Step 1. Let's craft the vessel. Gather your materials. You may need toilet roll tubes. You'll definitely need a crafting knife. Make sure it's sharp. Some scissors as a backup. A marker. You'll also need some leaves. You can get these from the park. Just make sure they're clean. This will be for the end. And boxes. Lots of boxes. So first of all, I just kind of start cutting up the box I want to use. I know it's going to be big enough. And create this kind of bottomless cube. Next, I start making the arch for the door, and I'm basing this off Grayskull Castle, so this is why I go for this shape. So once I've made the shape I want, I just start cutting it out with my cutting knife. So yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure it's big enough for your pet to get through. Next, I make these little walls, kind of for the surrounding of the castle, just to kind of give it some structure and movement. I make another one for the other side too. I roughly measure this out based off the other one, just so they're symmetrical. So as you can see, I just kind of tape it all together. Make sure there's not too many holes between things, because once it comes to the paper mache stage, this will make things easier, trust me. Voila, she's done. Well, nearly. Okay, so now it's time to test this product out. What does Sir Ralphie think of his castle? Oh, he's so cute. Seeing as Hedgehog's vision can be quite bad, I don't know if he can see it just so well. And of course he comes back to me, which is a good sign. Oh? Does he start to realize there's a castle to protect him? He does. Okay, so step 2, let's start with the paper mache. You will need some glue for this. PVA glue is what I use. You'll need some water. You can water this down to kind of help it go a little bit further. Just don't overdo it. Brushes as well. This will help you kind of lather the castle in glue. And again, don't overwater it as what I did, because you'll need to add more. You'll need to make sure it's kind of like a thick consistency. Then you'll need paper, kind of like thin paper. Often you'll use newspapers. I didn't have any, so I just kind of ordered some thin paper from Amazon. You'll want to start ripping this up into small little pieces. The smaller the better. This will be your base on your castle before you start painting. So you want to make sure you lather in a whole lot of glue and a whole lot of paper. This adds durability to the castle, as well as giving me a good base to paint on. As you can see, my whole castle is covered in paper mache. It has been left to dry for like 2 days, and it will be hard and sturdy. I don't know, I feel like the front is missing something, so I think to myself, I'm gonna add some horns to this skull. So using the toilet roll tubes, I cut them up to kind of create this horn-like thing coming from the skull's head. I also used some of the leftover paper to kind of, I don't know, scrunch it up into the end of the horns, because it was kind of hard doing that with the toilet roll tubes. Again, just have fun with this whole process. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. The weirder, the better. So once I got my shape for the horns, I just kind of stuck them on with a lot of duct tape and went in with the glue and paper mache once again. And don't be afraid to get messy. I mean, get in there with your hands, mold it, shape it in the way you want. It's great for doing that, and again, it's going to look so cool when it's done. So once you're happy, we can move on to step 3, the fun part, the paint. And again, make sure you plan out what you want to do so you're not just going in random. I went with like a purple and black theme for this, again basing off Skeletor and his Grayskull castle. And I kind of paint the roofs and the skull purple, as they are kind of the main things I want to stand out. I kind of use like a starry night purpley blue colour. I then create the skull's eyes and nose with this kind of darker but more softer blue. And then I go in with the black. This part is so fun. So just while you're watching, I just want to say that just remember to take times like this to have fun, and don't keep putting off those creative ideas that you've been wanting to do for ages, which you've been wanting to do for a long time, because as everyone knows, life is too short just to keep putting things in the back burner. I mean, come on, you gotta do it sometime, right? Step 4. Release the beast. Let's see how he likes it. I think it's fair to say that Ralphie loves his castle. I mean, I added some leaves and some pine cones I got from the forest, washed of course, and he loves it. Look how cute he looks. I mean, wow. Look at that face. He's so cute. And he scratches, he is dry skinned, so he scratches himself a lot. But yeah, this whole process took me over, I'm gonna say 2 months, just because work and things like that. But man, once I'd done it, it was so worth it to see my little Ralphie enjoy it. And he loves eating his waxy worms. But yeah, seeing how much joy this gave my hedgehog made me so happy. I don't care about the small details, but it looks pretty darn good. And yeah, I will upload some footage pretty soon. Some nighttime footage of him in it, because he literally spends most of his nights in there. Sometimes he sleeps in there, most times he sleeps in his bed, but sometimes, yeah, he even sleeps in there. He mostly just chills in there, sniffs around, eats, finds dreamies, and just enjoys himself in his castle. So yeah, that's how you make Castle de Ralphie. And of course, you can name yours and design yours any way you see fit. And of course, comment down below if you have any questions. And yeah, thank you very much, and I will see you soon.